The biggest piece of advice that I would give anybody trying to start up right now is to not get distracted by the fanfare going on in the background. What really matters is building product and getting customers, and things like the crunchies are just a distraction that is going to keep you from succeeding ultimately. Find a way to get on Josh Bayer's Capital Factory calendar with the mentors. You can book 15 minutes or 30 minutes with a bunch of different mentors each week, and it gives you a great way to get lots and lots of discussions in, and you really learn like what are the questions people are going to have about your business, what's the best way to position your business such that people understand it immediately and cause them to want to get more involved, and also just what your chances are and who's going to be the type of person that's going to invest in your company. It's really a shortcut answer to getting a lot of pitches in, and mostly this is about volume. Just learning how to position your company properly requires a lot of volume of discussions. One of the really important lessons that I learned early on when fundraising is, although it doesn't seem it at first, the type of person that invests in your company ends up being far more important than the amount of money, simply because you're going to spend a lot of time with those people, and you want to be people that you want to work with, and you want it to be people that are nearby, right? So we've taken money from San Francisco, but we've also taken a lot of money from Austin just because we can walk down the street and say, you know, hey guys, what do you think about this? And that local support is really, really important. And also just the personalities meshing really well. It doesn't seem that way at first, but after you've done it, that's the thing that matters more than anything. Capital Factory is clearly what Austin needs. Austin did not have sort of this place where everybody was. There was an entrepreneurial world, but it was really spread out, and the Capital Factory is like congealed that intensely. So how was YC? It was good. We did Toutpost at the time, which was before Cratejoy. We were trying to do a social review website where people would socially validate their peers for providing good reviews about products. So if you're really into cars, you could write a review on your BMW 135i, and if people liked it, you would get voted up and it'd be posted to your Facebook. It went well. The product itself, we ended up turning it off because retention wasn't as great as we'd like it to be. But Y Combinator was unbelievable. I actually got to ask questions of Mark Zuckerberg. You know, that's just an experience you'll never have again. You know, Ben Silverman gave me advice on retention. Just unbelievable stuff. Food was really terrible. Like, they cannot cook. I don't know why they keep serving that stuff, but the experience itself was once in a lifetime. After Y Combinator, everybody stayed in San Francisco and we came back to Austin. When I got back, I immediately was able to hire 4 people for the price of like 1 that they would hire out in San Francisco. And these guys are extremely skilled and extremely talented. And for the money that I'm paying them, they have a great standard of living. They like own a house, have a nice car. It's really a competitive advantage to live in Austin, especially if you're recruiting from the technical pool. I got my start in the online poker space. We built a company, my co-founder and I built a company which we data mined all the poker games that are happening on the internet, and you could go and search and see how much money your friends had won or lost. And then we also use that data to identify cheaters, so people who are colluding against each other, people who are running bots, and we sold that information to the poker sites. It was a really great experience. It was a product of passion. It came out of the fact that my buddies and I were paying for our college tuition from playing poker all day, and we were huge nerds and knew how to write software. It just sort of naturally went in that direction. I spent about 6 years, I would say, working professionally in the poker industry, and it was a great experience, but I'm happy to be sort of done with the gaming side of my entrepreneurial career and onto the e-commerce side. Cratejoy is an e-commerce platform for starting your own subscription service. So if you're familiar with Birchbox or the Dollar Shave Club, starting one of those right now is really difficult. You actually generally have to code it all from scratch because the technology is not there. Cratejoy gives you an easy-to-use website builder, a theme store where you can start from, customize one of those. We collect all the recurring payments for you automatically, email your customers to let them know the products have shipped. We even give you cheaper than retail shipping labels. So each month you slap one of our labels on the side of the box and put it in the mail. You're paying $2 under retail to ship, and your customers are automatically getting notified of their tracking number. In 10 years, I think Austin's going to be a very different place. Word is getting out about the quality of life and the availability of high-quality employees. When you're seeing Dropbox and Google and everybody open an office here is because there's such a strong talent pool and the quality of life is so high. So I think in 10 years, Austin's going to be a much bigger city, much more competitive for talent, and then much more rewarding for somebody who is talented.